Hi, and welcome to Morning Mayan. Today I'd like to talk about the end of the calendar and what the end of the calendar means and what kind of changes and shifts could occur at the end of the Mayan calendar. A lot of people think it's just phony baloney stuff like that it doesn't matter that the Mayan calendar is ending, and they think it has no relevance, and that's okay. That's okay. But for those of you that do get the message and do feel the impending shift that's coming on, then these messages are for you. I think it's really important, especially as we move toward the end of the Mayan calendar and the final shift, that you listen to your gut, because a lot of people are going to tell you a lot of things, and some people know some things, and very often, though, things that used to be one way change. And sometimes people don't like to change the way they've been thinking because it's difficult for them. And, change brings up fear in people. So I guess I'd really like to be clear about the fact that you have to stay in the flow of change instead of in the fear of change, because whatever you believe is going to happen in the next few years until the end of the calendar, one thing for certain that's going to happen is change, and a lot of it. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God, and I believe in angels, and I believe that we're protected. This planet and the people and the good-hearted people on this planet and the animals and the plants. So when people ask me, is 2012 the end? Are we all going to die? I think no. I think that's not the end. I think it's a brand new beginning, and that we're going to see a rebirth on Earth. However, shifts and big earth changes that are definitely scheduled in the next few years, that have been not only in the Mayan calendar text, but the Sumerian text, the Egyptian text, the Bible, the Quran, they're all linked. And so I think real brilliance is when you look at all classic systems that have survived and that have relevance, and then you overlay them and you see what's happening in the middle. Because often people will get part of the right answer because they're bringing things down from a higher frequency, usually divine frequency, into the earth plane, and then have to translate it. So sometimes there's a miscommunication or an error in the translation, or the person that's coming through itself is somehow flawed and human. But when you look at master theories that have survived over time and then overlay those and find out where they all meet in the middle and say the same thing, you can pretty much rest assured then that you've got a divine universal truth going on there. And so that's what we're seeing. At the end of the Mayan calendar, it's just not the Mayan calendar. It's many great myths and theories and peoples and left messages and hieroglyphics that have said the same thing and left the same messages. So what I want to say is, even though I believe in miracles and I believe that we can make the shift less harsh that's coming up, make no bones about it, there is going to be a shift. So knowing that, and knowing that when you look at current news even and see what's happened when there's been any kind of disaster or major shift, there's so many people, and it's just impossible for even grand governments such as ours in the United States, that did such a lousy job with Katrina, to go in and help people. I have to say, think ahead and be prepared to help yourself. So what I'm saying is, as we go into these shifts, I don't think that fear is even an option. But what is expected is preparation. You've had many warnings. If you've tuned in and your gut has sent you here to other like sites that's saying there's something going on, listen to that and honor that in you. And again, let me say, don't fear, but prepare. Simple ways, and there's many sites that you can look up on YouTube even that give great ideas on how to prepare. But simple ones are food, water, warmth, blankets, sneakers. Those are the basic necessities that can take you through a week. But in the case of a much bigger disaster, there's other things that you need to do to be prepared. So we'll get into that next time. But I just wanted to address some answers, rather some questions that people have been asking me about 2012, and is it over, is it the end, and should I be afraid? So I guess my final answer is no, it's not the end. It's a great new beginning. Should you be afraid? No. Don't ever be afraid, because it doesn't help anything. Should you prepare, because there's going to be a lot of severe changes on the planet? Yes, prepare. So right now we're in the most shifting time, according to the Mayan calendar, from November 2007 to this upcoming November is considered the most crisis time in the calendar before the end comes. So, I mean, we've had a lot of turbulence, but anyway, that's what's coming up in the next few months. So that's why I'm giving you the message now. So have a great day. Get out, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, and in Lakesh.